Reed's like, get in the kidnap van. And I'm like, okay.
1 second. Just to make sure because I'm just making sure I'm getting this correct. I just want to make sure it's 100%. He said, none of you call the police. If you call them, I'll come after you. And then he changed it and said that he would pay $10,000 to anyone who called the police. Is that correct?
He would pay $10,000 to the. He said, I'll give you 10 grand if you don't. I can't remember exact verbiage, but he essentially said, I'll give you 10 grand if you don't call the police after I'm finished.
Okay.
So that happened. And then I got in the van and we was like, listen, we need to go for a talk. He said, this isn't really my thing, it's the driver's thing. The driver was Conor McGregor. He after he pulled his mask off, I knew who it was. And I was like, what's this about? And he was just like, we just need to go for a chat. We just need to go for a talk. And then I pointed at the black SUV that was following them, and I was like, are those guys following us? And they were like, they're with us. So that was the black SUV following us, and we drove from Mosley's. We went eastbound on Carson, I think. Right.
Hey, I'm just taking a statement. Are you good? That was the car, yeah. Could you bring it to Mission Row? Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. They're bringing your car to Mission Row.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry, carry on. So you drove from Mosley's to...
Yeah, we went from Mosley's and we went... Let me get the right direction for it. I think we went... I think we just went straight... No, I think... Yeah, we went down Carson and merged onto El Rancho. All the way east. And then we drove off-road on El Rancho. Up into the oil fields, up into that building where you found me. The guy backed up the Speedo, told me to go inside. I was like, is this your place? And they were like, well, squatters' rights. Told me to walk over to the west, I think northwest side of the building, where there was like some industrial piece of equipment with molten metal coming out into like a basement. And that's all it asked me. Well, they didn't really ask me much at all. They were just like, well, first of all, Reed was like, how rude of me, and removed his mask. And then Connell did the same. They were like, stop snooping. You know what you're doing. Stop snooping around in other people's business. And I mean, that's kind of my thing, you know, snooping. I'm a detective. I'm a marshal. So I was like, listen, you're gonna have to be a bit more specific. I'm looking through a lot of shit right now. And then we're like, well, I can't remember exactly what they said, you know, word for word, but they said that they were hired to do this, to tell you to stop snooping around. I try to offer them more money. I try to be like, listen, whatever they paid you, I'll pay you $100K more. But then it didn't really go down too well. I'll give you the important bits. So I try to dig around and see exactly who, you know, hired them, but they wouldn't tell. Specifically the words that they use was, this is we have always represented these people. And I tried to get them to say it specifically, but they wouldn't. I have a rough idea who it might be. But eventually Reed realized or remembered I've got what was it, Jack? Because when I offered the money, they were like sidebar, and then Connor was like, no, he's got a gun. And then Reed remembered the gun. And they told me to throw the gun in the fire. And I just said, I don't remember exactly what I said. I was just like, I wouldn't want to do that to a revolver or something like that. I mentioned it was a revolver, and then Reed was like, oh shit, yeah, you've got a revolver. And then he robbed me. And that's when he robbed me, and then he put the that Scorpion. He was like, if I'm going to take this, I'll do a trade and you can have this. It's got no ammo in it anyway. So then that happens. At some point, they get on the radio and they were like, yeah, you can come in or something. Because Reed had initially told somebody on the radio to wait outside, and then in walk two females wearing full black outfits. I think they were wearing like suits, two-piece suit, and black motorcycle helmets. The lady that came in first had red hair, like I think in like two buns sticking out from underneath. And then there was also a lady with like white hair, like white grey hair sticking out from underneath. Given this was Connell and Reed, when this lady with the red hair walked in, I said, "Hi, Jenny." Neither of the females said anything. But then Reed was like, "That's not Jenny." Connell said, "That's not Jenny." Reed said, "No, that's not Jenny." So I think that might have been Jenny.
Can you repeat that again, but a little slower? I'm sorry. My typing is pretty damn fast, but slow down a little bit.
Sorry. So where did you get to?
When lady with the red hair walked in, Richard said, "Hi, Jenny."
Yeah.
Because association.
I was referencing Jenny Hall there, and then I think I don't know exactly who said what, but essentially it was Reed said, or Connell said, "That's not Jenny." Then the other one said, "No, that's not Jenny," and then finally one of them said, "No, not Jenny." Basically, 3 times they denied that it was Jenny. So I think it might have been Jenny. But neither of the females said anything. Again, I was like, okay, what about the money? But Reed declined my offer. And said, listen, you just got to stop snooping. And then I think at that point they were re-pointing the gun at me and was like, stick your hand in the forge or something like that. And I was like, I tried to show you, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be able to like submerge my fucking hand in the molten lava. And then McGregor kind of grabbed me and shoved me down and stuck my hand into the molten metal. At that point, I was able to get up and they left, pretty much. That was it. I remember Reed saying, fuck, we got to dip quick or something like that. But then once I kind of came to my senses and the pain came down a bit, I called it in on radio.
Okay. How long do you think you were inside that place for, roughly?
Probably about 20 minutes, I'd guess.
Okay. Okay, and again, we found that original black Speedo van thing that was left on scene. It did come back to Connell. Looks like it was a rented vehicle. We've got that documented. Yes, there wasn't a great deal else on scene. I didn't know you could go in that building, so I'm going to go up there and take a few pictures. But right now, I'm looking to place warrants for Reed Dancleave and Conor McGregor, both with kidnapping of a government employee or accomplice to, and accomplice to act of torture.
I just want to know who the fuck paid him. I don't know who I'm snooping into right now.
I mean, I'm not asking you to tell me what your investigations are, but do you have any idea at all who would be upset?
In terms of investigations-wise, like, I'll be straight with you. My main focus right now is the Faceless and that whole situation with the terrorist organization. And that's public info at this point, so I don't mind sharing that. That's been my massive focus. And other investigations, I really haven't done much. And I even said that to them. I was like, listen, man, I'm looking into this terrorist organization. I haven't been able to focus on anything else at the minute, and still they wouldn't tell me who it was. My theory is that this is Michael Simone.
Why?
I think you remember that I got shot by Jamal last week during that pursuit. and Jamal said that some man with a sexy voice on his radio said 100K if you kill Richard Dog. And that was
Who said that specifically?
Somebody said that to Jamal over his radio during a pursuit.
Over whose radio?
Jamal's radio.
Oh, I see. Okay, and Jamal just told you that?
Yeah, he was like, he called me up, I think during the pursuit, and was like, I'm gonna kill you, Richard Dog. And then afterwards, like he said that someone said, I'll give you $100,000 if you kill Richard Dog.
A sexy voice.
Yeah, sexy voice, and this.
It can't be Michael. He's Danish.
I completely agree, but maybe Jamal's opinion is skewed. Bongo just laugh.
Yeah, he's got a good sense of humor.
But that happened, and now a group that has been associated with Mrs. Simone in the past has now come after me as well, telling me to stop snooping. And I'll be honest, the whole timing of the Jamal thing was pretty suspicious because he was arrested with the besties earlier that day, and after that I'd called him up, and I'd been like, because he was always like, I never forgot the things he did. He was a terrorist. He tried to kill my husband with a sniper rifle. The reason I've got all this scar on my face is because he fucking brainwashed, what was his name again? Fucking hell, Gunner, and made him blow up the tuna shop down by the docks.
When was this?
This was a long time ago. We're talking 6-7 years. Probably longer. But that was all Michael Simone. The guy's a fucking terrorist, and he was like, no, I'm reformed now, all of this. So the moment I see him get arrested, I call him up, and I was like, I told you you're not bloody reformed. You ain't hiding nothing from me. And maybe I stirred the pot a little bit. And then I even asked him directly, and I was like, I'm onto you, because Reed had a car bomb. Reed was involved in a car bomb situation a few months back, and a private number had called Peters, and there was like making bomb sounds or something like that. And then the car fucking blew up at the quarry. And Michael Simone was a suspect, and not through a primary investigation, but I FOIA'd the LS account, and I was looking for people who had purchased SIM cards, and I saw Michael Simone with an amount purchased from a store that added up to a SIM card. And so I called him up recently, and I was just like, hey, Michael, I know that you were involved in that car bomb. I know you bought a SIM card, and I know you called Peters. And then that was pretty much it. But he called me back twice, asking how I knew that, he didn't directly say it, but he was shook. He was shook that I knew that, didn't like that I knew it, and was like, if you've subpoenaed me, you need to give me that. And I was like, yeah, I know. And obviously I had nothing to give him. And I think since then, he thinks that I'm going after him or something. And I think this is him trying to get back.
Interesting. Very interesting. Jesus. I won't be able to look into this situation directly, Richard, but I will most certainly make sure that somebody does. Is this something that the marshals would want? I mean, I'm assuming yes, in that respect, given the context of the situation.
I mean, I can't really speak for Craig or Hughes or Petros or anybody. Obviously, I can't really handle this specific situation myself.
No. But I will make sure it is handled. Okay. I think I've got everything. I think.
Cool.
Can you just double check your pockets and just make sure there's nothing else missing that you had? Check your wallet, etc.
My gun,
keys, if you've got a
my
keychain.
Technically 5 magazines, if you count the speed loader that was already in the gun, in the revolver. And then I feel like there's something else. I don't know what it is. Let me look. I don't know what I keep here. Yeah, I'm not sure. If I notice it, I'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Like I said, I have documented what was found on you, as well as that
Yeah.
firearm that's there as well. I'm gonna make sure this report. I've just got notes at the moment, so I'm gonna get all this written up properly. But there is a report up and ready. I will be putting the warrants out for both Connell and Reed. I do want to make sure that someone looks further into this Michael Simone person. Um, I c- yeah. So I'm gonna make sure that happens.
Okay. Was there any
Do you have any
DNA? Did you
questions?
get Reed's DNA off that gun?
I haven't checked it yet. I've been with you the whole
Okay,
time,
great.
so that's what I'm going to go do now. And then I'm going to go up to the oil fields and have a look in that building. No
Okay.
idea. You go.
All right. Thanks, King. I appreciate it. And Bongo, thanks for staying with me.
Yeah, no problem. Your car is in the parking lot, so you're good to grab that. But unless you have any questions for me, you're good to go, Richard.
Thank you, King. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Let's go, Bongo. We got some work to do.
All right, I might need letting out.
That's all good.
What's going on? Why have we got no keys?
All right, let's go.
Oh, I know what it is.
All right, I got you. Wait.
2 seconds. I'm just gonna. I found my key fob, but. Hey, Petrosa.
Hello?
Hey. You alright?
Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, that's the problem. Oh, I'll give you a call back.
Okay. I think Petros has come around to speak to me, but I can't stay around now. I've got to go. I know I'm toxic. I'm toxic, I know. I know, guys. It's because I had that HUD with the disabled prompts. Yeah, dude, the parallels to, like, BoneCon and everything is getting real fucking suspicious, man. I don't know who's been writing this fucking script, but kind of fucked it. Petrosa. I could go see my baby. Hello? Can you hear me now?
Oh my god, I still can't hear you. I'm having big issues.
Okay. Petrosa. I'm just gonna text her and say I emailed you. I just let her know I'll be back in a bit. You know what? Chat. I appreciate you guys. I'll be back tomorrow with some more shit. Although we might have D&D tomorrow, so I'll let you know. I'll see you guys then. Today was a very fun stream. Dude, the RP lady has just been fucking popping, dude. I love it. I love it. I'll be back. When will I be back? Tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. What am I saying? Right, let's go raid somebody. Let's go raid somebody, man. Who's streaming? We already got like 3 raids in the past 2 hours. So let's, I was Reed streaming? What do you think? Reed or Snow? Or Nikki? I'm gonna send you over to Reed. Snow for no spoilers? Okay, good idea. Alright. Go show Snow some love. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the love and support. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.